Welcome back to Diecast Culture. So I recently came back from Sandown Park Toy Fair in Esher, UK, and it is described as one of Europe's biggest toy fairs, and it certainly is absolutely enormous. I did a video on the last toy fair there that I went to, and it shows the interior, the number of traders' tables. The room itself probably measures 500 meters by 50 meters. It's basically the size of an aircraft hangar inside, stocked full of traders selling old, new diecast from all parts of the world. And it's really amazing experience if you're into diecast. And in front of you is what I came back with. There is one exception, actually, the triple deck car transporter in the background I bought from eBay, but I thought I'd just tease you, if you like, and to show it in the background. It's an amazing model, and I have shown it on a video before. I'm going to make another video on it because it's just amazing piece of diecast. Scale wise, that transporter is, well, I've got to be honest, it's probably 150, 155, but on it are some 1/64 scale green light Cadillacs which look okay on it. Back to what I brought back from the toy fair. We'll start with this Mercedes here. This is a Lone Star Impy, and I just love these vintage models, probably made in the 1960s, around about 50 years old at least. And Lone Star Impy are one of the few diecasts where every feature has opening doors, opening boot, opening bonnet, except on this model for the rear doors. So we've got the trunk, the boot, and the bonnet or the hood, and doors. Impy supercars, 220 SE, scale 1/63. The track is a little bit narrow. You know, the wheels should be set slightly further out, and it's got vaguely adjustable steering and truly jeweled headlights. It would be nice if they are diamonds, but I assume they're not. And if you catch the light at the right angle, they do sparkle. What's quite nice is that the grille, just like the real car, lifts up with the hood, and you've got not a particularly detailed engine. Interior on these is fairly basic. You've got like a massive steering wheel there on a massive column. Seats are sort of fairly basic, and I got some marker pens out. When you're looking at this magnification, you can see my errors. It actually looks pretty awful, but from a distance it looks okay. It's very nice casting, and I believe Matchbox did a casting on this car recently. It's in a smaller scale, the Matchbox one, probably about 170, and it had a racing circle or number on the door, similar colour. Totally different era. Matchbox Superfast. (1971), and this is called a Vauxhall Gilsman. It was a concept car, and for such an exotic looking car, why did they have to come up with such a ordinary name? Vauxhall Gilsman. It doesn't really inspire supercar styling, particularly when you listen to all the Italian supercars like Lamborghini Aventador or Huracan. Vauxhall Gilsman. Interesting design. Looks like it's got quite a futuristic, minimalist interior. That's a sticker, unfortunately. Probably would look better without. But I bought it for its candy colour, and it's no doubt increasingly rare these days. This one here, one of my favourites. This is a Simca 1100 Majorette SL scale 1:60, and somebody sprayed this to look like a barn find. I'm going to leave it as it is. I think it looks quite cool. All Majorettes have squashy suspension, and it's got the opening boot at the back. I paid 50p for that. For this, I confess I paid a bit more. I paid £7. It's originally on for 10, but the trader reduced it to 7 without me haggling. It's a very nice example. And the Vauxhall Gilsman, I think I paid about £3. Majorette, BMW 3 litre SL. Bit on the narrow side. It's the worst for wear. Hopefully a kid somewhere has had fun playing with this. (1:60) scale, CSL or CSI? CSL rather than SL. And this is from the era when I was growing up as a kid. Classic 1970s Majorette. Although this is the first one I've seen with this type of wheel. Mercedes 450 SE, 1:60 scale. There's usually a plastic tab over the toe hitch. I generally cut them off. I just don't, it just doesn't add to the realism as far as I'm concerned, so I just get rid of them. Although it has left, the plastic tab was part of the red interior, it's left those little bits there, which doesn't look too great. Always nice that Majorettes come with license plates. The star has disappeared on this one. Very nice example. Paid about £5 for that. And the problem that Majorette's always had is this suspension is over accommodating. The car sits too high. Really, the wheels should look like about that in their arches, rather than that. Looks like it's a car on steroids for off-roading. But I have childhood memories of playing with these, and that's why I like them. Okay, we've got another Lone Star. It's not in the greatest condition. There was another one available in nice condition, really nice condition, but I've generally steered away from immaculate condition vintage simply because of the price. The nice condition one was about £18. People have different values on money. To me, it's a bit of a lot to spend on a 164 diecast, in my opinion. Anyway, this one was £3, and this is fantastic. It's police version, Ford Zodiac estate, 159 scale. It's got the steering, dual headlamps, I did the orange markers and I detailed the rear lights. Really nice example. We have here a basic ramp, but it's so minimalist, it's cool. There's no information as to who made it. Hang on, there is actually something there. Made in England. Twice it says made in England, but I can't see a brand. I suspect it's Matchbox. Very nice. That sits on there really nicely. Okay, this white, I thought it was an ambulance, but it's actually a fire police vehicle, Bohemia Fire Department, and this is awesome. So much detail on it. Darkened windows, and it has got an interior full of seating. Everything about this is realism. I've added the blue lights. So this is 1:57 scale. Vauxhall Fire Police, so Vauxhall is French for van, fire police van. And this is made by Del Prado collection. Now this came in nice packaging, I paid £5 for this, and you know what, I don't regret it. I say that because it's slightly bigger than 1/64 scale, so seeing it next to a Majorette, it doesn't look too bad at all. Just looks a big vehicle. This yellow Mercedes is a really nice example. Really nice, simple vintage, wonderful yellow colour. I blacked out the star sign. It's got typical simple interior of the day. And it surprised me, this is made by Corgi Juniors, made in Great Britain. It's a 280 SL whiz wheels, Corgi whiz wheels. The reason it surprised me is because Corgis haven't been known for their outright detail. I think the castings in general are okay, but they just put crap wheels on them. But they've got this Mercedes completely right in terms of its dimensions, details such as the concave roof. Really lovely example. And if I put it next to this are the Merc. They go pretty well together. Okay, big red bus. This is a Chinese or Japanese product. Forgive me for not knowing. And on the side with the Google Translate, it basically translates into a double-decker bus, Neoplan double-decker bus. It's got simple opening doors in plastic, rubber tyres, metal base. So this is a Yonezawa Toys, made in Japan. I've added the light detailing on the back. Blacked out the windscreen wipers just to give it a little bit more detail. So you've got tons of seats in here. It's a big bus. It's 1/64 scale. Did it say scale on the base? No, it didn't. Maybe it said it on the box. Pretty certain it's 1/64 scale. Bit of a beast, and I paid around about 12 quid for that, which, considering it's in immaculate condition, it's really not bad. Immaculate, roughly 1/60 scale, I would say. SL Petroleum Company Limited, Leyland Octopus, Dinky Toys, made in China. Now this was probably made in the 1980s, I guess, based on an existing casting that probably came out in the 50s. This is all metal except for the tank, which is plastic, and it's such a lovely condition. No window glass, which would have been nice. No interior, fairly basic, a bit like a Winross brand. Winross in general don't have windows or interiors. And just to give it scale so you can see the size of it. And for this one I paid £7. All these models, by the way, I've put silicone spray on the light on the wheels. They all roll really nicely. And I did clean them up as well. They all roll like they're supposed to. That in particular is good. Next one. This is Dinky Toys, Muir Hill, 2WL, Meccano Limited, England. And scale wise, probably about 160, 164. It's got a man in it, little figure. Just love this era. They're just nicely made. And I had to get some silicone spray to get these hydraulics working. This was completely locked, managed to unlock that now, still functioning. Taylor Woodrow, big construction company, still in existence today. Nice bit of engine detail there. It also rolls. Okay, this one. Oh, I paid about £4 for that one, £4. Paid a little bit more for this one. Very nice condition. This is a grader, so its purpose is to level out the rubble on a new road prior to it being tarmacked. It grades the surface, and there is one broken hydraulic on this, but this grader tilts and also goes that way as well. And I guess it's like this because it'll work on rough ground or very uneven ground. Very nice condition, around 160, 164 scale. And on the base, miniatures, Joel, Joal, made in Spain. It's very nice. Reminds me of Norscott construction models. Very similar in terms of quality and detail. I love that tinted glass and closed cab. A little bit of engine detail. It's got a metal exhaust. So yeah, very pleased with that. I paid £1 for this. Civil engineering contractors, Lang, again another construction firm which is in existence today. They make a lot of houses in the UK. I don't know whether they operate outside of the UK. And Matchbox series, Scammell 6x6 tractor, made by Matchbox Lesney. This comes with a trailer. I think it was a wide low bed trailer so that a tractor unit can go onto the back of the trailer from memory. I've cleaned this up. You should have seen it before. But yeah, what a nice model. There it is next to the Mercedes. That just looks great scale wise with it. Okay, two more. This is another Forgeon, French for van, ambulance, and lovely condition. I do like these. I've seen these before where the cross is embossed into the metal. Got a little door here. No interior. Thought it's quite cool. That must be the French flag. Now the headlights, they're silver because I got a filed off the paint. I don't mind changing these vintage models. I don't think it detracts from the value. Dinky Toys, Ambulance Militaire, made in France, Meccano. Actually, I thought it did have Forgeon on the base, but it doesn't. And there you go. Scale, probably 160. But it goes quite nicely with a Hot Wheels type car. Last of all, another military vehicle. This is a beast. Lovely green paintwork in really nice condition. I added the red tail lights on the back. And quite a lot of casting detail. What I liked about this is that it's got no windows. Well, no open windows. So it's effectively well, it's a little bit like a tank without the gun. It's essentially an armoured car. It's all metal, metal base. Again, Dinky Toys, Meccano Limited. 677. Again, I got the silicone spray out. It rolls. Scale wise, there you go. Looks an impressive vehicle. That for today is it, guys. Like I said, the triple deck transport in the background is just there because I like it. It looks so good, and I'm going to make another video on it at some point. So thank you very much for watching. Take care, everybody. If you have not subscribed yet, please subscribe. We love to have subscribers, and feel free to comment. Love to see your comments. I'll always reply, and speak to you soon. Bye.